Welcome everybody, it's Todd Costello from RE/MAX Center Realty here in State College. It is November of 2023. It is time for the monthly value message. I'm going to jump right in quickly. We've got a couple of things to cover. Number one, just a little market update. Year-to-date closed sales, we are still tracking about 17% below last year. That means 17% fewer residential homes have sold and closed in the first 10 months of 2023 versus the first 10 months of 2022 in State College, Bellefonte, Bald Eagle, and Penns Valley. Those four school districts, we're tracking down about 17% in units. Number two, the quick link in today's email is basically a macro overview of, industry professionals, pundits, the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, and a few other, real estate and financial bigwigs, if you will. And, it's worth taking a read. It gives you a sense of what is the real estate market doing nationwide. Why are there fewer home sales? We know because interest rates are higher, but it goes into a little bit more detail. As you read it and get a sense of the big picture, just keep in mind that everybody's got an opinion. Nobody saw the pandemic coming. Nobody saw the global recession in 2008 coming. So when you read these articles to get a macro picture of the real estate market, the residential real estate market, just take it always with a little bit of a grain of salt, and know that the headline of the day, it leads to perception. But nothing ever happens that quickly on the ground. So whatever the noise of the day is, it might be relative, but keep in mind that it takes a period of time for that new big news to play out in actual market data. So take a look at that macro article, it's worth a peek. And then finally, really for 2024, for folks, you're planning on buying a house, you're planning on selling a house, you're planning on doing both in 2024, it is not too early to act. So bottom line, act now. And things that you could be working on right now. In 2024, your goal is to get something done, buying or selling wise. Well, get a sense of your probable numbers. Let's get together, and I don't know what your property value is going to be worth if you're a seller or what homes are going to be selling for 6 months from now, but we can get within a 10% delta right now, and you could get a sense of your closing costs for buying, your closing costs for selling, how much you're going to walk away from your house with, how much cash you're going to need to buy a house. So getting a sense of those numbers now, instead of a month before you want to take action, will put you in a stronger negotiating position and make you feel more comfortable. So you can start to get a sense of your numbers. Your probable schedule. You want to look at potentially committing real estate in 2024 and say, well, if I can look at a calendar and pick the day on that calendar that I'd like to have my home close and sell and get my proceeds, if you're a seller, or if you're a buyer, hey, I'd like to be in a house by this day on this particular month. If you're a buyer, you want to start looking at those dates and then with your realtor working back from there on when you want to begin your action. So you can start looking at your probable schedule and then your probable realtor. Obviously, for most of you watching this, I hope I am, but you want to consider who's out there, what your options are. November and December are a good time, even into January, to give me a call. Let's have these initial conversations and get you and your family organized. And then finally, if you saw this on social, you can go to toddcostello.com and sign up to receive it in your email monthly. Otherwise, I will catch you next month.